Hi, my name is Aditya Vats, and I'm a co-founder of AdvindHealthcare and Kaliva. And today, here I am with the master of this particular industry. I would say a person who has put a lot of efforts to bring a community, a humanity, and businesses all together. Mr. Prosper, thank you for inviting me at your show today.
Welcome to yet another exciting episode of the Online Prosperity Show, the #1 place where we uncover the real stories behind people building a healthier, happier, and more prosperous world. I'm your host, Prosper Taruvinga, and if you've ever walked into your office and maybe taken a deep breath and then thought to yourself, this can be good for me. Well, let me tell you something. Today's episode might just change the way you breathe, or the air you breathe, literally. Our guest today is Aditya Vats. Now, Aditya, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much, Prosper. I'm really glad to be with you today.
Oh, absolutely. I hope after we finish this, we can breathe easy and we can actually have an understanding of what it actually means to have a good quality air. And thank you so much for the work that you're doing as a founder and CEO of AdvindHealthcare.
Thank you so much. And I'm really glad, and I welcome you as well.
Absolutely. Now, for those that are just tuning in, AdvindHealthcare is a company that's behind Purified Fresh Air that is now trusted by embassies, corporates, and premium residents. But obviously, Aditya's journey just didn't start with clean air. It actually started with a heartbreaking moment that actually made him question everything from purpose to actual priorities. And then this turned him into one of Lydia's leading voices for wellness and sustainable living. So he's not just improving air quality, he's actually redefining what quality of life really means. And we'll get into all of that, the purpose, the passion, and also the product that he is working on, and exclusively the people that are behind it. So wherever you're watching or listening from, just make sure that you subscribe, because this is where you're going to be finding all these exclusive stories and strategies to live better, breathe better, and also prosper in the process. Now, Aditya, I could go on and on because, I'm in Melbourne and the quality of air is so pure and nice. Maybe you only have 15 minutes left of really good air left there. And before we start talking about business, I have to ask, if I walked into your office right now, would I need a mask, or would I just have a nice breath of purified fresh air?
So thank you so much, Prosper. Definitely, if you walk into my office, so I'm not in my office right now, I'm at my place, but yes, you do not need anything. My office is purely, I'm in an environment of purified fresh air. Let me tell you how. Because for me, the people with whom I work with matter more to me. So it starts from your own home. It starts from your own office. You look out, you see people, yes, the problem is there, and problem is increasing day by day. It's not decreasing, though. You can take many measures. Unless, what I say, unless you measure, you cannot improve. So measurement is the key. So you're most welcome to my office. You won't need any mask. You are safe.
Fantastic. All right. Next time we'll have this conversation face to face, because we had to do it on Zoom because of, I didn't know, but now that you've corrected me, then we'll make a plan. So tell us a little bit about your journey and what really got you involved in the pursuit of fresh air.
So when I started my journey in this segment of air purification, I found some small boxes. They are called air purifiers. I wasn't aware of it exactly what they do. But when I learned about this technology and the pollutants and the harmful, VOCs, volatile organic compounds that really deteriorate your health, I was really worried for the first time when I read those air quality monitor readings, and when I saw the AQI is going above the standards. When I studied about these particulate matters and what are the different sizes of these particulate matters, what how impact they have on our health, really made me worried. And though it was an initial job for me, I started spreading these words. So we have worked with many agencies, many organizations to help people fight the pollution. Not everyone would understand that we in a classroom where there are more than 30 students, small kids sitting and studying, they need purified fresh air, they need clean air, because they have to learn, they have to make efforts to understand something, and if their brain is not working well, how would that be happening? So first step in a place like the capital of India, the Delhi, is fresh air, purified air.
Absolutely. And thank you so much for that. Now, for a lot of people that are going to be listening to this, they might not have an idea of what you're talking about, because, I was just looking earlier on where in Kolkata, you have a number 247, and in Melbourne, we have a number 15. Could you maybe explain what those numbers represent and, what that discrepancy actually, should actually be sounding alarms to a lot of people?
So, first of all, I would wish you very luck you have that you are breathing in an environment. The air quality index is just 15. That is the, wonderful. I would say I don't have words to explain how lucky you people are. Honestly, I'm saying that. Reason being, when it is a pollution level of any air quality index which is above 200, it means that you are gasping for breath. Literally, you are gasping for fresh air, clean air, pure air. So might people they do not realize in the instant moment, but since we drink water, if we drink bad water, we can have the taste of it. Okay, we can say it's not a good water, it's not a clean water. In the when we talk about the air quality, we don't sense it very immediately. In Delhi, you can sense it when the AQI is at peak. Nowadays, these 3 months, OND, October, November, and December. These are very critical days for our capital people. Everyone who is living in the capital is smoking 20 cigarettes without smoking a literal cigarette. That's how bad it is. 215 means we are fighting to breathe. We are fighting for our own life. And 15 in Melbourne is a blessing. Trust me. So the lifespan increases. The mind setup, that's different. The kids are healthier. The elder people are in safe zone. The expected mothers, they are very, I would say, lucky to be in a place where the air quality is at such state. They will give birth to healthy babies. The kids will get grabbed more easily. The office staff will be more happier. They are more safe. They don't have to worry about any heart disease or any respiratory disease, or any, for that matter, eyesight issues, or maybe some issues in the memory. So if I have to count, I can keep counting on these issues for long. But in a nutshell, we are breathing the worst air that could ever we might have ever imagined. Trust me. we are in the gas chamber of pollution.
Right. All right. So maybe you can take us back a little bit, Aditya, and thank you so much for clarifying that, because so many people don't quite realize how good they have it, just simply because you wake up and you never have to think of things like that. Now, just take us back. You had a thriving corporate career before. At what moment then did you, what was it? What was it that you were doing before, just so that people have an understanding of what your past was?
Okay, so before this, I was into, I would say, the customer care segment, the relationship segment, the client relationship, customer care. I was helping the international organizations like I worked in IBM, I worked in Wipro.
Absolutely. And at what moment did you then realize that, you know what, maybe pursuing this about clean air will become your life's mission?
So while working in that corporate culture, somewhere in my mind, I was not clear. I'm not serving the purpose. I mean, there has to be a purpose of your, everyday morning when you wake up. You should be focused on to doing something new, something which can add to the society. Yes, one fine day I found when, I mean, it was almost a decade and plus 2 years in this corporate industry. I found I'm following the same routine. Let's do something different. What is that I can do better? I researched in the market. I found that this is something that hit in my mind. People are really suffering from this personal issue or a globe. It's a very uprising issue in a place like Delhi in India. I would say I thought of taking a step ahead, going ahead, educating people about how to breathe pure air, to send a message to the society that please take very important precautions so that not you, but in future, your children, your grandchildren may breathe the air like Melbourne. 15.
Absolutely.
Wow. It
Great.
is a dream. It is a dream. I'm not sure how it will come true, but yes, it is indeed.
Absolutely. Now, you did mention if you're at an index of above 250, it's an equivalent of smoking 20 cigarettes at the same time. Now, we understand that 20 cigarettes would literally make your lungs collapse. And this is not even any good for, like you said, expectant mothers or the health of, their children. But if you may allow me to go there, you lost an unborn child, and this was a deeply personal tragedy to yourself. And yet from that pain, the purpose arrived. Could you maybe walk us through what was happening in your life at that particular time and how you then put yourself together and say, enough of this, we need to actually do something about this?
So, Prosper, that was the time, beginning of my career in the air quality solutions industry. I was associated with an organization, and from there, I was learning how to help people, how to do this business in a better way, technology and market and sales. I was taking care of all these things. Meanwhile, my wife was expecting, and that was the time she complained of some issues. I thought these may be a general issues. We should just consult a doctor and that's it. Unfortunately, even the doctor wasn't aware. They were searching some other reasons to mitigate that or help that problem. But finally, when I realized that my life has given me a shock, I went back and I checked what could be the reason. I really researched a lot, and it came out to be the high pollution was a major reason behind all these, miscarriages or I would say bad pregnancy chances. Reason is, I would not quote it in numbers honestly, but if you visit the capital, if you see the data, really, I've worked with many scientists and many international media reporters as well. The reason we found is not just me. There are many. There are many who have lost their child and very premature deliveries. So that really broke me inside. I came up with an idea how to, help mothers to become a mother. Okay. So, purified fresh air was the thing that I worked on, because with this particular solution, no matter your outdoor pollution can reach up to 1000. And I am telling it with my data, with my real solution. Inside a home, your air quality will never go above 50. That is the WHO standard.
Right.
That particular incident really shook me off. Reason, that was my first child. Okay. And when there are certain institutes, they publish their data, they publish their studies, that due to high pollution, many mothers or many couples have lost their child. So this is not just a normal news. Maybe someone who does not relate to it or may have a different view of it, but the person who has gone through this tragedy has a different mindset. I took this path. I took this responsibility. I stood up. I said, no, the pollution has to be stopped. We have done many awareness camps. We have done many awareness programs to I say literally that if you cannot control the pollution, leave the city. Go somewhere where you can, breathe pure air. Like you can go to some hills area. You can go to some places back in your, villages, your hometown, but not the capital or the capital region. You are at high risk.
And thank you so much. And I'm really sorry that this happened to you. Now, for those that might not be aware, what is the significant cause of this lack of good quality air? Is it pollution? Is it weather? Or is it population?
Everything has addition to it. First, it is definitely the population. Second, it is definitely weather. And third, which is not just the third, but it tops the chart, is the awareness of the people. So, nonetheless, when people do not care about breathing the pure air, they start, using certain things that are not allowed in a household or maybe in outdoor. For us, using a very old vehicle, a diesel vehicle, is adding to your pollution. Okay. So, and definitely there are people who do not take very good care of the waste. Waste management is very bad. Despite all teachings, despite all, educational sessions from the government, from the private sectors, people don't really worry about it. They take life very easily. And population, yes, you're living in a place which is crowded by people. I would say 3 crore people in capital, just in Delhi. More than 3 crore people are living in just Delhi. And if I talk about the surroundings, calculating the national capital region, it can go up to 10 crore. So that is how the density is very high. People are running from the morning till evening. The real estate is earning money by selling houses, but nobody is caring about the loss or the pollution that we are creating.
And thank you so much for that. Now, is there anything that can be done? You've alluded to education of the people. You've also looked at how people can actually start integrating and showing up in the world, because if they knew better, they would do better, right? That's what you're saying.
So definitely some precautions are always, they should always be a part of your life. Okay. First thing, you should grow more trees around you. Okay. Use keep the water around you clean very much. If you are using any kind of products that are emitting pollution, use them in less amount. Okay. And take care that whenever you go out, okay, put on a mask on your face. But to mitigate this particular issue, definitely I would say grow more trees or reduce the carbon emission. There are many ways of reducing the carbon emission in a vast way. The waste management, if it's been taken care well, it can really add on to the quality of air. For Delhi, weather is also a very major concern. Why does it happen that every time in the month of October and November, the pollution rises at its peak? Many people say it was stubble burning. Okay. I do not relate with those people. Stubble burning is a major reason, but it is happening in an area which is almost, 50 to 100 kilometers away from the capital region. It's not just next to the capital. Construction, reduce it. You don't need that much of construction in those times, or people are not following those parameters. There are no government laws to mitigate this challenge. And you know what, Prosper, you will be surprised to hear, in India, and mainly in the capital region, the kitchens, the commercial kitchens, the restaurants, okay, the small food joints, they are a major reason of adding the pollution in the environment. Our government is not focusing on that as well. If you will visit India, if you will go to places, trust me, it's a huge number of kitchens, unorganized kitchens open, small restaurants, food joints who are adding pollution in the environment. Our government is not focusing on that. I would not say that government is not aware of it. There are people, they are aware, but they won't take any step on it. I mean, there are no government laws. There are no, I would say, guidelines to take care of that pollution at the source level. No, they are not doing that.
Yeah, and thank you so much. You see, now when you are pointing out that there are these makeshift kitchens and they're unregulated and things like that, this also looks like this is the source of income for a lot of people. So people are maybe weighing their options to say, do I want to breathe better or do I want to survive? I mean, when it comes to money and things of that nature. So doesn't that sort of create a catch-22 that, okay, fine, yes, we can stop that, but how are we going to earn money, or how are we going to participate in this economy?
So definitely, when I say there are no regulations in this industry, these are street vendors majorly. Okay. They come from different cities, different parts of India to earn money in capital region, because in India, capital is the growing place. Jobs, career opportunities. So money and pure air. Trust me, money is always here. Because I said, your awareness or your worries about your life does not matter much unless you have good amount of money. Comparatively, if you have good air quality, if you live longer, you will realize it at the age when you will fall sick. Then you realize air was to be kept on higher priority than to money. That's the story, because you can't ask someone, hey, you please go out, do not run any business, don't earn your bread and butter here. You're adding to pollution. He would say, go on, man, I don't care. Trust me.
But they don't quite realize that when they're now grasping for air, Whatever
Yes.
money you might have is not going to be able to buy you the next 10 minutes of your life if you can't actually breathe. And I just wish a lot of people would understand that. Now, these people that we're talking about, Aditya, they're chasing profit. They are looking for the next dollar for their own survival, but you're chasing purpose. Now, I just want to know what sort of confrontation you get when you're walking in the streets or you're being around these people. Has this decision ever been questioned by those that are around you, that you chose purpose instead of wanting the profit of what this could do for you?
So it is equal. Prosper, yes, definitely for me. Living in the purpose stands on priority than money. Reason being is, when we compare ourselves, when we look ourselves in the mirror, okay, what we think of our own personality, our own vision of life, is it just the purpose? I'm born to only earn money. I'm born to only get into those numbers. Am I born to only get into those charts where people talk about, okay, you earn such $1 million, you have this much million of money, and at the end, when you come back and you think of your past, you don't have anything to cherish. You don't have anything to that gives you, a relax in your mind. But to me, why I choose air purification is I'm serving the purpose. I'm serving the purpose to help people, help community to breathe pure air. Yes, we do some donations as well with some international organizations and in India, where we give masks, air pollution masks, to those kids who are suffering from this bad air. To me, that gives me a lot of relief. Money can't give that relief, honestly. Money can give you luxury, money can give you things that you wish to buy, but my work gives me both in a balanced way. I said money and purpose, they are balanced. I'm happy with that.
Absolutely, and I respect that a lot. But you're talking about air being a necessity, right? Obviously, it is necessary because if you've got really good oxygen, your vital organs perform well. Half of the time, when somebody passes out or faints, the first thing we check is, are they breathing? You know what I mean?
Yes.
Because that is the one big vital sign of life. And how do you then balance maybe offering, because what you're offering is a premium solution to a community that only just really needs pure survival right at this particular moment? And how do you then balance offering that premium solution while staying committed to accessibility? Like you said, the kids need to breathe.
Okay, so I would say that everything has a buyer. That's what my saying is. Okay, so everything that is available in a market is made for a consumer. It's just that I do premium air quality solutions, but besides that, we have other brands or other companies as well, where we sell these air quality solutions. The products basically. See, air is not controllable. You cannot control the air in a vast way. I would say, if I have to talk about to control the air quality of our entire city, that cannot be done in an easy way. It takes time, it takes years, planning, execution, purpose, many things. But what we can do is we can bring pure air to your home. We can bring good air to your house. That's by some products that you can purchase, definitely. By applying some mask on your face, yes, definitely. Or maybe I'm not a doctor, so I don't recommend in that way, but I would just share this experience. Okay, take steam whenever you feel like that the pollution is heavier outside. Come home and take some steam. That will give you a lot of relaxation, and it should be done. People working in manufacturing industries, keeping the mask on is not the only purpose that they will be safe. The mask does not guarantee you that the polluted air would not enter in your lungs. It's just that the food that they eat, I mean, I would say jaggery for that matter, it helps a lot. If you see the industries, they share jaggeries after the shifting hours. Why? Because it mitigates the challenge of that polluted air that you already breathe entire day. And some small remedies, home remedies works. But at a major, as I said, to clean the air quality of a city takes massive planning and execution.
Absolutely. And like you said, you're offering this to sort of like those that can literally afford having, purified air within their households. I can only imagine, you see, when, with countries, and like you say, the capital city, usually there are embassies or there are other people that come from other countries that are, working on behalf of their countries in there. And they might not quite be used to the quality of the air, and that might actually, stifle the way that they operate. I noticed one of your first big projects was to work with the British High Commission. And obviously that's not a small feat, because these people have a really good air quality. I was just looking, Birmingham in the United Kingdom is 22. So you can imagine if somebody's coming from a 22 air quality and coming to smack bang 247, that might actually really create a big health concern for them. What was that moment like, and how did that now validate the work that you're doing?
Okay, so Mr. Barack Obama visited India in the year 2016. By the time he left, he gave a small statement that 8 minutes of my life have been reduced with the bad air.
Wow.
That statement went viral. Okay, that is when everyone, paid focus. What exactly are we breathing? The most important aspect of our life is breath. A man is live till the time he is breathing. And just wanted to show you just data. In Sweden it is 6. In Finland it is 7. And in Dublin it is 6. There are many countries that the air quality is below 10.
Wow. I think we need to do something about that. Melbourne is at 15. That's not good.
No, that is fantastic. Why not? To us, I said, it is a blessing to live in such a city where the air quality, it's not just that it is a matter of, good life. But when we talk about the standard of good living, definitely you should always choose a place which has good air. For the lifelong, you have to breathe. And a good air quality, a place like that, I feel myself blessed had I been at your place. Trust me.
Absolutely. You see, sometimes when it's New Year's Eve and then people have fireworks in the sky, when you walk in those areas, it actually stings your eyes, and it's only temporary. Now, can you imagine if that's the everyday life? So in essence, fish do not see the water that they swim in, and the people in polluted areas get used to that. And then it takes someone like Barack Obama, like you said, in 2016, saying, I have lost, 8 minutes of my life. Now, is there anything that maybe, even because this is not a one person job or one company job, is the government doing anything about this as well? I mean, obviously, if they're going to be bringing in heads of state, they must have, set up structures, that make sure that they're not going to be losing 8 minutes of their life.
So government is taking their responsibilities seriously in India. As I said, it is not a matter of, 1 month or 1 year. It will take time, because as you asked me 3 reasons why the air quality is high. And as I said, weather is one of the major reason. The weather conditions in Delhi are such, even the geographical condition of Delhi is such that the air quality deteriorates at the peak time of OND, October, November, and December. So Delhi, if you see, the old Delhi was like a valley surrounded by the hills. Okay, now those hills have already been, cut down to develop the towns. The water bodies have already been covered by the real estate people. The trees have been cut down at a large scale. And I would appreciate our government that they are taking very good steps these days. But having said that, it's not just the government who has to act, it's we, us, who have to take precautions, who have to stand up to say, I don't want to breathe bad air. The day we will say this, trust me, I don't want to breathe a bad air. That's when the change will start. That's when the people will stop littering around their homes. They keep their houses very clean, but outside their house, they do not bother about it. The civic sense I'm talking about.
Right.
So, yes, continuing to your question about my journey with this, with British High Commission in New Delhi, I was in connection with some organizations like the air pollution masks. I was associated with Cambridge Mask, and when I talk about air quality monitoring, I was associated with Air Visual. These two products were very new to the market: the mask and the air quality monitor. That's when I got connected with the British High Commission. Now, with the statement of Mr. Barack Obama, the 8 minutes life loss, every other diplomat or the foreign mission, what they did, they sealed their offices, they sealed their homes. No fresh air. You worked on one problem and you created another problem along with that. You're getting my point? So it's not that you need clean air, you need purified fresh air. The fresh air should not be, removed from the clean air subject. Fresh is best. How? Let me help you. We keep our windows closed, we keep our doors closed. Everyone breathing in the house is emitting carbon dioxide.
Right. It's the same air just rotating inside that household.
Yes, it recycles. And it gets worsened when we work in an office, in a corporate. It's not just a family of 4 people, it's a family of 100, 250, more than 500 people breathing together in an unhealthy environment. You clean the air, but the carbon dioxide increased. It's higher. I've seen it's increasing 3,000, 4,000. That's alarming how your brain will work. Even in schools, 30 kids sitting in a class, breathing together, how much amount of carbon dioxide they are emitting, and what steps we are taking, what steps the government is taking. Nothing. We're doing nothing. Honestly, I'm telling you, Prosper, very few people take decisions of mitigating this air quality challenge.
But obviously,
that was the point when the house, all the embassies were sealed, especially for the diplomats and the expats living in the capital. I had a challenge of bringing the carbon dioxide down. We worked on some project. We worked on a small, I would say, how do I define this? This was a challenge to us to bring this air quality under control with good and healthy carbon dioxide. So it was a pioneer project for me as well, where I deployed air quality units outside and we supplied them directly by a puncture inside the property or the house with certain filtration definitely in place. Now the second thing came, whom to trust. The product quality has to be there. Not every product is viable to use in certain conditions. Then we researched and we came up to a conclusion that there's an organization called Campfill. You might have seen that name. This is a Sweden-based organization. Their products are the best. I mean, in the market, in everywhere, yes, they stand the best. We use their products to use in our solutions. The air quality inside that house, that bungalow, 5 BHK bungalow of a diplomat in Delhi, the air quality index was 0. In the peak month of November, indoor air quality index was 0. Would you believe that? With that solution. Now the second thing comes of the carbon dioxide. It was as similar as ambient air. Now you have the good carbon dioxide in the house. You have 0 pollution in the house. So it's better than Melbourne indoor when we provide solution.
I know, and I understand. And for those that are looking to maybe find out more about how you can help them and what sort of solutions you are providing there at Advind, how can people get a hold of you, or where can they go on the internet to find out more information?
So we have our own website, AdvindHealthcare.com. They can come there. So my business, as I said, Prosper, it's a bit different. I cannot go. I'm in B2C. We cannot go because these solutions, as I said, are very premium. Okay, but not to worry. We are there. You can search us on our website, www.advindhealthcare.com, or you can share my number as well with in your podcast. People can really relate to that. So we have spread in such a way that if you search air quality, you will find us on topping the list.
Absolutely. I'll make sure that all those links are put in there so that people can actually, see what solutions are available. But you've also gone on and created Kaliva, is it? And this is like a clean label food. So not only do people need to have good air quality, you're also now getting into the food side of things. Can you just maybe hint on what that looks like and, what can people expect from this new brand?
Definitely, rightly said, Prosper, new brand, but the thought process behind this brand is very ancient. Reason being, we are modernized. We eat very bad food out here, and the bad quality of food, the bad quality of products available in our country tops the list. I would say, if you talk about the general food that we eat, the vegetables that we eat have a lot of pesticides, lot of malfunction products mixed. I would say, let's stand up what you eat. Come on, please do not eat anything which is not appropriate for your health, for your life. And I would say it is all about intention. Intention matters the most. Just to make money, you are playing with the life of people. Money, life of people. Money, life of people. You are delivering bad quality of food. You are delivering a food that can cause death to a person within a span of 15 to 20 years of his life. I can't digest that thing. Being a human, you should be ashamed of serving that food to anyone. That's your first priority. So Kaliva means Kali. Let me split this word, Kali. So it is related as similar as your name. Okay. So what does the meaning of prosper? Prosper means bringing faith, bringing delight, bringing happiness, bringing oneness. That's the meaning of prosper. Okay. So the name Kaliva, it is very similar to it. Kali means the destroyer of bad things. And Va means something which is always continuous, like the sound of Om.
Okay.
That's Kaliva. Yes.
Absolutely. Okay. I like this. And obviously now we've established clean air. Now we're establishing clean food. And this is a healthy nation that we're creating from just the work of your hands. I mean, I like the line that you say that entrepreneurship is not about just building a business. You know, if you're going to be putting things out there that are going to be hurting people, then what's good about that? It's about building solutions that actually outlive the problem. And how can other entrepreneurs adopt this sort of mindset? Because obviously, just you alone, you're not going to be giving Barack Obama back his 8 minutes. But at least if there's 8 of us, then we can give him at least 1 minute back.
Definitely, very rightly said, Prosper. So, as I said, it is all about your intention. It is all about your priorities. It is all about you look at yourself in the mirror. Whom do you find? Do you find an honest person who is serving the humanity, or do you find someone who is fighting just to earn money, no matter what reason it can be? Okay, so I mean, adulterated food. India tops the chart in adulterated food. We've been watching in news these days, like desi ghee or maybe anything for that matter is adulterated. I mean, government is not should take very strong steps ahead against these kind of people. What mindset brings you serve the bad and adulterated food to the society? The fake food, I would say, being I mean, the human inside you is just like a diya. Let that diya be lit. We lit diya on Diwali, but inside our heart, inside our humanity mind and our soul, that diya does not lit forever. When it comes to money, you compromise. You compromise with the life of people, how bad you can be. Think of the mentality of a person who has the intention of serving bad food to the people. No, that's not he's not a human to me. He's not a good, I mean, contributor of society. He may be rich, he may be earning healthy amount of money, but he is a bad person to me.
Absolutely.
I come from a city which is called Haridwar. It is based out in Uttarakhand. Okay, so when we take a dip in our holy river Ganga, we always, I mean, pray to serve the humanity at its best. That is the real worship. Trust me, no matter whatever you do, you can do whatever you like. You can offer so many things to the God that we in our culture believe. But to me, the real God is in you. Light that God inside and serve people. Don't focus on money. Money can always be earned, but once your own self-respect is gone, forget about what people think. Think of yourself, your self-respect. Once it's gone, it cannot be repaired. I can give 1 minute of Barack Obama's life back by adding 800 people back. But what about my own self-respect, my own dignity? It's gone.
Absolutely. And I wish so many people will be able to hear this and things of that nature. But now that you've told us where you've been, we're hoping people will be able to start, breathing better. And now you're helping them eat well. What's next? What are you working on right now that we can celebrate in the future that you are coming up with? Because obviously you are on a mission and on a purpose to have people live well, breathe well, and do better.
So my next mission would be education, educating the coming future of this world. Now, here I would like to say something, Prosper. We did ourselves a lot, like kids of Australia, kids of India, kids of America, kids of Canada. No. They are not kids of any country. They are kids of this earth. Let's respect Mother Earth. I mean, a system where our kids are more aware, they are more, towards the humanity. They serve, they don't fight for money. civic sense should be in their basic manners. Okay, so we give it a word called manners, sanskar. In our understanding, if a child does not have that sanskar, he cannot become a good human being. Okay, very important, very humanity. That is my next mission. Air, food, and then the society. I want to give society the kids that will stand up one day, that will become somewhat like a person of high values. I won't compare those kids with any single personality to name them. No, they will be an individual personality. So to start with, Gurukul is the foundation that I want to bring in India. There are many, there have been many, and our Indian culture is based on Gurukul education. And I want to revive that. I want to make sure that every child in my nation or in any nation or every nation should speak a language should speak a language of love, respect, prosperity. That is how the nation or the world will become.
Absolutely. And
I want,
yeah.
Yeah. So all I want is that let's not be short-minded. Money is not life. Life is good with money, but money is not life. That's it.
Absolutely. See, you were talking about a river in your town. If somebody puts your head under that water, the only thing you want is to breathe, nothing else, you know.
Absolutely.
And it doesn't matter how many millions you might have, if you can't take that breath of air, then it's not going to be working. So for those that are watching right now, if you do understand that every time you can't breathe, you're not putting in the right ingredients into your body, which means your heart set, your mindset, and everything else that works for you to become a better person is actually being compromised. Now, Aditya, I can't thank you enough for, first of all, the work that you're doing. I mean, obviously, this is not a one-man job that you need to be tackling. It is a job for everyone. And as you said, you know, this is not an India's job. This is an Australia's job. This is, you know, an America's job and things of that nature. We can't all just sit back and not do our part in ensuring that every human being out there is actually breathing well, eating well, and having a happier existence. I think this was a powerful conversation. I mean, you took your own heartbreak to healing yourself, but not only healing yourself, but healing the whole world. And I think this is really, really amazing, Aditya.
Thank you so much, Prosper. So I would just say the God is not outside.
Right.
Trust me. You are the God.
Yes.
It's not a matter of, you know, you should not get, you know, attitude or ego considering yourself as a God. You should be more humble, more polite, more gratitude you should have for the people, for the society, for the good being. Let's join hands together. It's not a job that I alone can do. Yes. But I want to create, that's my next mission. I want to create such people who will one day join their hands and would say, this Mother Earth is our God.
Fantastic. And you know what? From my heart to yours, I think we've just joined hands on this because, like I was saying, I just wake up and I don't have to think twice about the air that I'm breathing, whereas other people have to see if their purifier is on or if they're stepping out, whether they're wearing a mask and they're fully protecting themselves, and that ain't leaving. All right. So for those that are watching right now, if this episode actually reminded you that, first of all, true business impact starts with just a human heartbeat, I encourage you to share this episode with somebody who needs to breathe a little easier. First of all, they might understand that the quality of the air that they're breathing has not been the best. And I think once they know that, they will definitely be doing something about that. And I'm talking literally and also metaphorically. All right. And while you're at it, don't forget to subscribe to the Online Prosperity Show, because next week we're going to be talking about ideas that can actually help you live a little bit happier and also intentional with your, with your life. Until then, I can't thank Aditya enough for the time that he spent with us on the call today. And I just want to remind you that the air you breathe should fuel your dreams, not your stress. Until next time, bye for now.